Hey everybody, it's Jason Munoz again with Munoz Home Group. Today we're going to dive into homeownership and insurance. And today I have a special guest, Kim Asay from Allstate. Kim, thanks for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jason. Happy to be here.
A lot of homeowners feel overwhelmed when it comes to selecting the right insurance policy. What advice do you have for them?
I would say one of the most critical components of shopping around for homeowners insurance is really making sure that you're talking and working with an agent that is looking not only at how to make sure the home is properly insured, but to make sure your family assets are insured as well as your family. So we don't necessarily always take an apples to apples approach to making sure that your coverage is adequate.
So what kind of assets are you talking about, Kim, other than the actual home itself?
So usually I'll dive into, tell me about your financial investments. It's really, really important to make sure that you have enough coverage. So in the event that you should ever have to file a claim, that the insurance policy is going to work to fix the claim, or you have enough liability insurance if you were ever personally sued for damages around your home to make sure that you aren't having to pay out of pocket.
A lot of times homeowners also overlook the value of bundling policies. Can you tell us more about that?
So bundling, super important question that a lot of people don't always understand. Why would you want to have your homeowner's insurance with the same agent that you have your auto insurance with? The biggest benefit is the amount of discounts that you're eligible for by bundling those policies together. This in the long run will not only save you time, but if you have a situation you're working with one local agent, not a 1-800 number, and somebody that you can actually come in and talk to who's going to help you problem solve.
Yeah, and I know I saved a lot of money when I bundled with you and I put my home and my car all together. So yeah, that was really helpful. All right, so last thing, this is probably the best one. Let's talk about maximizing savings with homeowners insurance. How can they do that?
So the first thing that I always encourage people to think about, and the conversation that I have with clients and prospects, is around deductibles. A lot of people like low deductibles, which is great. Less out of pocket in the event that there is a partial loss or a total loss. But sometimes it's really considering, is it worth it to file a claim for $1,000 and how that's going to affect your policy in the future? So really I just take a close look at what is a good fit for the customer, what could they handle paying out of pocket, and doing an assessment on what their out-of-pocket expense would be should they file a claim on the amount of discounts that they would lose over the period of 5 years. A couple other things to really keep in mind is credit is driving insurance rates.
Really?
It is, yeah. So the better the credit, the more apt you are to make your payments. Not only on your homeowner policy, but also when you're paying into your escrow account to be able to get that payment made or paying it separately.
I was wondering why they started checking credit. That makes more sense now.
Yeah. And the other thing is just keeping your home safe and sound. So that's not only just making sure that your doors have deadbolts on them, but making sure that you're changing your batteries and your smoke alarms every 6 months. If you use ADP, there's a discount for having a monitored system. Just many, many, many options. And it's really individualized. So I take a customized approach to how I quote a policy based on my prospect or client's needs.
Okay, so would you recommend that the people watching this video, no matter who their insurance agent is, to just call and ask, like, hey, how can I get more additional discounts? Do I have everything available to me?
I always encourage phone calls because policies can change, and especially since COVID with the rising costs of lumber and labor shortages, really important to review your policies at least every 2 years and really making sure that the policy is working for you. And that is a conversation I love to have with people, even if they're comparison shopping and maybe they're not looking to switch, but they just really want another perspective from somebody else that's been in the industry for a period of time.
Yeah, and I know that you and I usually talk about once a year about my insurance, and that's been really helpful.
Yeah.
So this has been Jason Munoz from Munoz Home Group and Kim Asay. Thanks for coming and talking to us about homeowners insurance. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for having me.